Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Top Hat Chat live with me, Street and Orb. Today on the channel, we are going to be discussing the games that we are really looking forward to in 2020. That's this year now. We're about 11 days late. 11 days.
11 days late.
Because we were going to do this last week, but yeah, work and life and bleh.
Yeah, we ended up doing Sunday, didn't we, last week?
So we ended up doing something a little bit different last week, which was fun, but we've just moved that stream to now. I just like to say hello to Stormy Daniels, who says first. Yes, indeed first.
But you weren't Trump's first.
No, that is true.
Fact.
I'd also like to say a massive thank you to our patrons. So we have 4 patrons currently. We have Andy Aldrich, Seabass the Great, Vantonis and Tom Elliott. So thank you to all 4 of you for being patrons of this humble channel.
Indeed.
It's super appreciated. Right, so I'm not sure where we're going to start on this stream. I'm also not sure what number it is that we're up to, because I think
We're up to 2020.
25. This is episode 25 of the Great Gaming Debate. And the game that I'm going to talk about first is probably the game that is most likely to be at the top of people's most wanting to play list.
Dying Light 2.
No. Although, a little bit. Both no and a little bit. No, we're going to start with Cyberpunk, I think.
Fuck yeah.
Because Cyberpunk is a game that is obviously coming out relatively soon now.
3-4 months.
Yeah, and it's probably one that we're going to end up going to play on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TopHatChat, where we play a lot of retro stuff at the moment, and also some of the new stuff. We test it and show you the game before you play it, so you can decide whether or not you want it or not.
Yeah, I think it'll be good, because sometimes people don't like to fork out, the good between 40 and 60 quid or dollars for games brand new from the off if they're not too sure they're gonna like them. I have every faith in CD Projekt Red coming out with something absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm balls deep into this. I'm gonna go for it.
I mean, look at The Witcher.
Yeah, I mean, The Witcher 3, man. Witcher 3 is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It seriously is phenomenal.
Yeah. It's spawned a TV series that is actually popular. There's not a lot of...
Pretty good.
There's not a lot of games that do that.
No, not at all. And it is pretty good, the series as well. They spent a lot of money.
Although it never goes the other way round.
What
Not
series
recently.
turned into a game?
Yeah, it used to happen all the time. You used to have, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Simpsons, loads of cool stuff.
Home Improvement.
Yeah,
that was a game.
But it doesn't seem to happen so much anymore. It seems to be more the other way around, I feel.
Yeah, but as Vlad just said, he's not going to be one that's going to be getting it from the off. He's going to watch other people play it first, and I think that's a wise position to take for a lot of new release games,
especially for something that isn't already established.
I'm seriously excited for Cyberpunk. I cannot see it being bad just because of the people that are behind the development of the game. From what we've seen of the game already, it's got Keanu Reeves in it for a start. So
yeah, I mean, there's a word that this game has been described as. I can't remember what it is. Breathable, something like that.
Breathable.
Yeah.
What's that?
Keanu Reeves said it.
Oh, beautiful. Wasn't it beautiful?
No.
I don't know.
Breathtaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd forgot about that he did that.
Yeah. But I feel like I could breathe it in.
There's so many memes nowadays that I struggle to complete them. Oh, did you say the opposite? Sorry, Vlad. I literally skim read it and I was like, yeah, he agrees with me.
I'm just saying I agree. He should agree, yeah. So there we go. So, I mean, another game that we're looking at probably having featured on this channel is probably going to be Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, big time excited about Resident Evil 3.
Lots of people were excited by 2. I saw a bit of 2 and I was like, I'm not really super excited about it. Then I really got into it and I was like, oh my god, this is an actual game. They've done it. They've done something properly for a change. Mm-hmm. They haven't disappointed me. No,
not at all. I mean, Resi 2 sort of rose above all my expectations, really, because I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil 2, the original. Massive fan. It's my favourite Resident Evil. It's one of my favourite games from the 90s and of all time, really. And when they said they were remaking it, what I wanted was the treatment that they gave Resident Evil 1 when they re-released that on the GameCube, and they upped the ante on the graphics and things, but kept it very much true to its core concept and execution. So I was like, and it's a brilliant and funny enough, it is a breathtaking upgrade. The remake of 1 from its original. And that's what I wanted, and then it became apparent that we were getting the more modern Resident Evil.
We were getting a new game.
Over the shoulder aspect.
We were getting a new game.
Yeah, and I was worried.
It wasn't Resident Evil 2.
No, I was worried.
It was better than that.
It was, well, I don't know if it's better than the original for me, because I have a lot of...
It just is.
I have a lot of, you know, it's very much...
The whole idea of that game is to scare you and to puzzle you, and the second one does that. The remake does that so much better than the first.
Yeah, but it's easier to be... It's harder to be scared nowadays, and that's why...
And it still does a better job.
No, but that's why. Because obviously back then, I remember being shit scared of the original Resident Evil when that was on the Saturn. I never owned a Saturn. My brother's friend bought it round and played the original Resident Evil on there when I was a kid. And the moment when the zombie turns around and looks at the camera really early on in the game, when you find the first one, he's eating Forrest on the floor. And I was
vegetarian.
I was scared. I was so scared. It really did scare me. And the second one did. It had a lot of creepy moments. And yeah, when you go back now, it's corny and cheesy, but I think that's just part of getting older.
Is that how you describe me?
What?
Eating Forest.
Eating Forest. No, you choke on wood.
Oh, that's... okay, so another game. This is like the top 3 games that we're really looking forward to this year. Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Huge game.
It's coming now. I mean, people have waited 10 years.
So, the pull of this game is so palpable that the Evil Yeti, good friend of the stream, has 2 Xbox Ones that he doesn't use, an S and something else. And he has a whole host of like games and stuff that he doesn't want anymore. He's trading the entire lot in a game, and he's umming and ahhing because what he wants is a Switch. He wants the Switch Lite and Pokemon and something else to play because he doesn't own one. But he also wants the PlayStation Pro, just so he can play Final Fantasy VII Remake.
You don't need it on a Pro, though.
What?
You don't need it on a Pro.
This is Yeti. Yeah, he does.
Well, he doesn't, because you just wait for the 5 to come out and then play it on that.
No, he wants... No, he can't. He's not waiting.
Bad with money.
He is. He's terrible. But he cannot be waiting for a game like that, and he won't. And he will get a pro to play it. That's the allure of this game, I feel. And for everyone, I didn't play Final Fantasy VII when it came out. It took me to the age of like 2021 before I played it.
I was only a few years late.
And I didn't really get into any Final Fantasies before that point either.
No, well, you probably wouldn't have done being a Brit.
Yeah, no, I just never picked them up. All my friends like 10 and things like that, and 7 and 9. I never really heard much about 8. I'd seen 8 and laughed at 8 from afar.
Nobody cares about 8.
I'd laughed at 8 from afar for having gun blades.
Look, I have a gun in my sword.
Yeah.
Who brings a sword to a gunfight? A guy with a gun in his sword. That's who does. Like, it's just
everyone
stupid.
banged on about 7.
Stupid, isn't it?
Everyone banged on about 7.
Yeah,
and playing 7, I was like, wow. Wowee.
It's one of those games that I feel like definitely needs a reboot now. This is the time. This is the time it needs its reboot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It really does.
Yeah, it does need a reboot. I think it can be very much. I've been made an argument to be linked to Resident Evil 2 remake because I was scared about the Resident Evil 2 remake because it fundamentally changed a lot of what the game was into a new experience.
Yes.
Kept obviously a lot of the aesthetics and characters and things like that, but it very much was a different game.
Yep.
And I know that's the route that Square are going with the 7 remake. I was shit scared before this was happening. With the success of Resi 2 and how good that was, I'm now not scared about what they could potentially do to Final Fantasy 7. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to let them go for it. Because I enjoyed Final Fantasy 15, and I think if it keeps that style as well, it could work really, really well.
Yeah. I'm excited.
But I'm a huge JRPG fan, more so than an action RPG fan. So yes, it is slightly
Didn't
concerning.
it say that it was going to do both?
We shall see.
I'm sure I heard a rumour about that.
We shall see.
I mean, this is a big year for gaming in general because you've also got the release of potentially what could be the last consoles.
I think that's...
So I'm just going to move this mic a little bit because it's in my eye line and it's just...
It's fine.
There we go, I can see better now.
I
There you
don't think it is going to be the last console releases. There's too much money to be made from consoles. I don't see them doing it.
Well, the thing is that, like, the way that it seems, there's been a lot of rumours about specifically the Xbox being an upgradable console, like a PC. but you just go and buy Xbox parts as stuff gets better and just slowly upgrade your console. You can skip a few generations. And at first I kind of thought, actually, that's a silly thing to do. Like, this isn't going to catch on. This is a bit pointless. It's not going to be something that the mass market need. Then I started looking into it a bit more and I was like, well, actually, it could happen. Like, Xbox are more going into the PC market the more these kind of things are happening. I can see it being something that kind of could work. And then I actually read an article today about the fact that when the Xbox Series X gets released, they're looking at no exclusives, Microsoft exclusives, for that console for 2 years.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, because they're all of the games are going to be available on the Xbox, the Xbox One, and on PC.
I think that's good.
I think it's good because it doesn't hurt people that are buying in the next year.
No, I think that's good. I can't get one on release just for monetary reasons.
You got a year to figure it out, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, do you know,
Feels a bit pointless.
It's a lot. It's very hard for me to put aside that amount of money to go. Yeah. This is for a brand new console. That, especially now that they've made out that the games aren't going to be exclusive, that isn't essential. It's not essential at this point. At a point of release, it's not going to be the be all and end all.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 years essentially to work out to save the money, which is a lot more manageable, and I'm going to go for it. I think when you look at things like the design for the Xbox One, it does imply that it's going to be upgradable.
It looks like it's more PC based, and the only reason for it to be more PC based would be A, cooling, and B, potential to take it apart and
that's
retrofit
what I think it's going to be.
Parts. And if that's the case, then we could be looking at the last consoles ever coming out this year. The last big ones, at least.
I don't see it personally because I think they're such cash cows. I think they would be silly to.
But the thing is, they can make so much money just releasing upgrades because you couldn't release a new Xbox or PS4 or PlayStation every 2 to 3 years, but you could definitely release upgrades for it.
Yes, that is very true.
100%. And put them at a price point of like £100 to £150 per, and then do one a year, and then maybe some people skip or something like that. It's so doable.
Yeah, it is more doable now, and the theory is a lot more applicable today than it would have been, say, 5-6 years ago.
Yeah,
I just don't see them potentially killing the cash cow yet. Like, there is console gaming, you know? Because here's the big thing about upgrading things and becoming more PC-like. Gaming PCs have been the best option to game on for at least the last 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Not everyone gets them because PCs, to a lot of laymen and a lot of people that aren't so technologically minded, they are too much hassle to use.
The problem is that with a lot of them, like, they could be made almost plug and play through a console-based system.
Right. But I think the plug and play aspect that consoles give, like, and how easy that they are to use, I don't see them giving them up, and I don't see gamers wanting to give that up either. Like, you know what I mean? I know many gamers that don't own gaming PCs because they don't know what to get, they don't know what to buy, they don't know how to put it together, they have to ask someone to put it together, or go to someone like Overclockers and get it built for them. I can't build a PC, I had to buy mine through Overclockers so they could build it.
Yeah. And
I had to have a friend of mine who knew what parts to get at that point in time that was the most cost effective. It's too much hassle for the average consumer. You've got to think there's still kids out there. There will always be kids out there. And parents know they can just buy them a PlayStation or an Xbox or a Nintendo, whatever, and you plug it into your HDMI port, you put your broadband password in, you plug it in, and you play, and that's it.
Yeah, but again, I do think that the Xbox could be designed exactly the same way. It's literally just remove this and plug this in, because a lot of the time, the kids know more than what the parents do.
No, they don't.
No, I think they probably do.
No, I work with the youth of today. I work with the youth of today, and I have done in different generational periods. The kids and the youth of today are nowhere near as PC savvy as our generation and the one before us was.
Really?
Yes, they're not nowhere near. They can't use PCs because they don't use PCs. They use tablets. They use phones. They use pre-built media and devices that they only need a Wi-Fi password and apps. That's all they know how to use. They can use them better than us. But a machine like a laptop, a PC, something like that, a Mac, they know next to nothing. Like, they don't know how to Google search properly.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, it took me about 4 hours to figure out how to do the 6-second face filter on Instagram this week.
This is
took me hours.
They can do that. They can work that out. But they couldn't, if they had any problem with a desktop PC, they'd be like, I literally don't know what that is.
Yeah, I did have a child scream at me today because the computer wouldn't work, and it was because it required an update.
No, well, there you go.
It's broken! It's updating.
It's updating. Yeah. That's what I mean.
It's just not now. You just give it 5 minutes, it'll be fine. Yeah. No, actually, I'd agree with that. Yeah, kids are stupid. All of them.
No, that's not what I said.
That is what you said.
That's not what I said.
It's a direct quote.
No, that's not a direct quote. I said, no. Move on.
Okay. Okay. Other games that I don't give a shit about are Persona 5 Royal.
No. We've got more important games to talk about first before we move on to our non-important games.
Okay.
We should probably look at the potential Pokemon game that could be coming out this year.
Oh, okay. We will do the potential Pokemon games. I mean, as we all know, Pokemon games, since the very birth of Pokemon games, they came out as a 2-set, and then a better one came out a little while later. And everyone was like, oh, I wish I hadn't spent all that fucking money on this red version when Yellow's out. I wasn't that way around. I hated Yellow.
I hated Yellow. I hated Yellow so much. Oh, I hated Yellow. People used to love it. Yellow. The only thing that used to piss me off is because they had the proper Team Rocket sprites.
Yes, they did.
That was the only thing that used to annoy me. But I start with Pikachu. Pikachu's not even that good. And you can't evolve it.
Yeah.
Fuck your Pikachu. I want my original starters. Red and blue were way better than Yellow.
But then you come Gold and Silver.
Right.
That had a better version.
Right. Which had Crystal.
Crystal. I bought
Crystal was fantastic.
Gold and Crystal.
I had Silver Crystal, I believe. Or did I have... No, I got Heart Gold later on because I got Silver originally.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, so we know that this happens all the time. And even with Sun and Moon, they had Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So they even went out and bought 2 of them. They brought out 2 of the better ones. And that happened in the later generations.
Yeah, that was weird when they...
Well, they started doing that. It's a bit of a pain. So obviously, we're going to need a new one. So at the moment, you've got Sword and Shield. And there's a chance that there could be a Pokemon game coming out this year, which is going to trump Sword and Shield. I mean, I vote for Pokemon Helmet. I'm like desperately hoping that that's what it's going to be.
Helmet.
Pokemon Helmet. They've got a Sword and a Shield, and we need a Pokemon Helmet.
What about Pokemon Breastplate?
It hasn't got the same ring as Helmet, though, has it?
Nothing's got quite the ring of Helmet.
It needs to be Helmet. It does. If anyone's got any better suggestions, I'd like to hear them.
Yeah, I mean,
that's going out to you guys.
Chainmail.
It's not as good as Helmet. Pokemon Sword, 1 syllable.
Right.
Like Sword, Shield, 1 syllable.
Is 2.
Helmet's 2. Yeah, you're right. Why can't I count syllables?
I don't know why you went down that path. Right, I have today, in fact, picked
It's the same as chainmail.
Yeah.
It's the same amount of syllables as chainmail. Why did I fuck up?
Chainmail's 3.
Chainmail?
Yeah, it is.
Thank you. See, now who can't count syllables? Anyway, doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, so I'm desperate for Pokemon Helmet, and I want there to be a big purple helmet on the front cover. That's what I want.
Why purple?
Well, they've done blue and red. Purple is... It makes sense.
What about peach?
Could be peachy.
Flesh.
Pink, yeah.
Yeah, fleshy peach.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
I picked up Shield today, Pokemon Shield today.
Yes, you did, yeah.
Through the obviously reputable online retailers, CD Keys, who definitely do not sell stolen CD keys.
Fucking scum, mate.
But it was a clear £5 to £10 cheaper than everywhere else. So the thing
is, if you wanted it that much, you should have just told me, and I would have given you the rest of the money. Like, honestly,
no, that's clearly
fuck
not...
CD keys. This is why literally read an article today. Game are closing another 40 stores across the country
because they're robbing bastards.
They are robbing bastards, but I still like to go in there and buy my hats.
Yeah, no, you can get them online. Don't be so ridiculous. The game are robbing bastards. They want to charge £55 for a brand new Pokemon game, whereas CD keys are giving you it for 40.
Yeah, but you just don't get that media, do you? You don't get that physical media.
But I don't need to carry the cartridge around with me now. It's always on my Switch.
It's true, yeah.
And it's not like I'm ever going to uninstall Pokemon, because I always want Pokemon.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's a really good game. I'm enjoying it. It's a bit kiddie. It's a bit easy, but I'm enjoying it. A lot of the new Pokemon for this generation, I will give them, are better designed than like the last 2 or 3 gen.
Well, that is 100% fucking necessary because the last few were shit.
Yeah.
Trubbish, Chandelure.
Vanillux.
Yeah, it's just fucking terrible, isn't
The
it?
sword one. That was the sword.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that. And the keys.
Yeah.
And the TV.
I don't remember the TV.
Yeah, see, there's
Garbodor. Sorry, going back to Trubbish.
Yeah.
Fucking terrible, anyway.
Yeah. So
Depressingly bad.
the ones in the new one are actually really quite good.
Good, they needed to be.
And it's set in England. Well, Gala, which is Pokemon England. Because
Pokemon
and you can tell, right? Because it's so jarring. Because your rival goes, "Oh, don't walk through the long grass, mate." Calls you mate, and I went, "Hey,
Yeah, it might catch on fire. Makes them sound Australian. Could be Pokemon Australia.
mate." No, you see, I think
Which I have actually donated to, and everybody else should.
If they were going for really English, it should have been blood or bruv.
Bruv.
Yeah,
Don't go in that long grass, bruv.
yeah. No, seriously, bruv, you need Pokemon in it to sort that out. That would have made it more English, I feel.
Depends where you started, doesn't it?
Essex or London. No, it's actually really good, and I'm excited about the potential for there being a third entry into that that brings together a lot of the Pokemon and brings in new. But maybe we are wrong in this because they have just announced the DLC package, and the DLC is comprehensive for the new Pokemon. Have
But
you
it
seen
fucking
it?
needed to be. They didn't put half the shit on there that they needed to.
There's too many Pokemon. I think this is a straw man argument. There's too many Pokemon. We all know this. You can't tell me there's not when there's over 700, right? There's over 700 and you know a lot of them are shite, right? Yeah. So people can't moan when they're like, but they didn't put all the originals on. So they haven't put a lot on because a lot of them are pony. That's like, we have to cut some of the chaff here. I don't see anyone really crying that you can't get fucking Tangela. I love Tangela, but people don't, right? People aren't moaning about that. But this DLC is really comprehensive. It gives you 2 new gyms, I believe, some new areas in the wilds, and it also adds in a lot of the Pokemon that people were moaning about that had been cut. So it does seem like maybe there is no need for the third installment anymore. Maybe this is the first Pokemon DLC there's ever been. If it's this comprehensive, maybe they'll go for more.
That's a really good shout. So the one thing that I really want might not happen. My year's already fucking ruined and we're 11 days in.
Potentially.
Right, another game we really want to talk about is Minecraft Dungeons. The reason that I picked this one to play is because we were really excited during last year for Baldur's Gate. Mm-hmm. Obviously doing re-releases of Baldur's Gate. Really, really excited. We're like, we can do it on stream. We can both play on stream with Yeti at home. Like, we can play some fucking Baldur's Gate. I love this game. And then they said there's not going to be any multiplayer, like, just before it came out.
Yeah, that killed us. That really killed us.
Me and you both refused to buy it.
Yeah.
I think Yeti bought it.
Yeah, Yeti was always buying it. He had already pre-ordered it.
But I was like, fuck this. This is bollocks.
Yeah, no, it is. It's complete bollocks because the real money behind them games is being able to play with your friends because it's super hard to play a squad of 6 characters as one person. Yes. If anyone that's played the Baldur's Gate and the Icewind Dale games knows, like, it works in the way that you have a point and click aspect, but it pauses and allows you to pick your moves and set up sort of routines and stuff. And it's all obviously based around Dungeons and Dragons, rolls of dice and things, but it can get very fiddly when you're trying to control 6 player characters at once.
Anyway, fuck Baldur's Gate, right, for not giving me multiplayer. Right, we've got Minecraft Dungeons coming this year, which looks like the terribly graphic Baldur's Gate that we were destined for. Yeah, proper dungeon crawler, RPG aspects, really, really good. It looks exciting.
It looks like Minecraft, though. Unfortunately,
it does. But again, I feel like it's going to be one of those games that's going to be depthy enough because they've spent a long time doing it. They could have just chucked it out, and they haven't. I think it's going to be depthy enough that you're not going to see that after a very short space of time.
Yeah,
and let's be honest, Baldur's Gate didn't have that good of a graphics upgrade when it came out.
No, it didn't. It pretty much the HD rendering that they offered you seemed to be zoomed in. Yeah, that was how they HD'd it.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was fucking it wasn't good. So I mean that's something that we're both really looking forward to this year.
Yeah, it should be really interesting.
Yeah, really excited by that. Also, you have another game that nobody is looking forward to, but everyone was looking forward to when they said the first 3/4
Yeah.
of when it was announced. So you have a brand new Half-Life game, Alex. Half-Life Alex. So yeah, people excited by 2/3 of this because it's a VR game.
Yeah, that's when everyone just sort of went, oh, fuck off then, Valve.
I mean, this could be the year of VR, but I think it's unlikely.
Yeah.
I'm excited by VR. I think that it could do some really, really good things. Half-Life is not one of those things that I think it can do well.
It could do really well. I think
it won't.
It could do... I don't think enough people are in VR for it to do really well. I don't think a lot of people are interested in VR. Really, like, I don't think it works well
I'm
enough.
super interested in it, but I haven't seen anything that makes me want to go for it. That really get into it.
No, that's it. Look, I'm obviously excited by anything that Valve brings to the table because Valve have such a stellar track record of producing amazing games.
Yeah.
Well, they do. Like, they simply do.
They did.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't say that they don't anymore because they haven't released anything more to deflate how good what they have made already. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
It's not like they brought out some really trash games and you went, well, they don't make good games anymore. They just don't make games anymore.
Yeah.
Like everything that they have, pretty much everything they have released is a dynamite. It's really good.
They gave up.
Like, but they don't like doing third entries into a series. That's pretty much what the long and short of it is.
But again, that's a fucking shit business model.
It is, but Valve don't need a better one because they have fucking Steam.
Fair point.
They literally make all the money in the world from Steam. That's all they have to do now because Epic Game Store's tried their hardest to fuck up and they have.
Done a good job of it too.
Yeah, like there's GOG, which is too niche to really ever take on Steam.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it.
Well, but then you've got Microsoft, which are going to start kind of heading that way. And honestly...
Microsoft are doing okay at the moment.
They can do pretty fucking well. Because any PC that you buy, it's going to come preloaded. It's going to be your first port of call for anybody just getting into PC gaming. Now you've got integration between console and PC. It's going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to
be doing right.
I agree with what Andy Aldrich brought up in the chat a few minutes ago when he said it's one of the games, Half-Life Alex, that I'm actually excited to watch other people play.
Yes.
But I'm not remotely motivated into getting the equipment needed to play it myself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not willing to go down that path.
Right.
I don't like VR enough.
Yet.
I don't think I will. I'll, for a start, I'll wear glasses. That's a big turn off.
Yeah, but they are starting to kind of work around that now in a lot of ways.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I'm having to be thought of as a workaround. I'd rather just play the games. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have to think about consciously, how does this fit over my ability to see? That's bullshit. I don't want to do that. They're also very hot.
You should train your eyes better then.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Yeah, like eye gyms.
That's what I need. I just want Valve to hurry up. Release Half-Life 3, Portal 3, and Left 4 Dead 3, and then I'm happy.
I agree.
Then I'm happy, but you won't hear a peep out of me.
Fuck Alex.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that.
Okay, so we're going to really quickly go through some of the other games that we are looking at but don't really care about.
No, I think that's wrong.
Oh, it's not.
Because I care about some of these games.
Okay, so you got Persona 5 Royal. Personally, I don't really give a shit. We're playing Persona 5. Royal's not going to add enough to the table.
I want it for my birthday because it comes out the day before my birthday.
Well, there we go.
It does. It comes out the day before my birthday.
That's not a reason to own something.
It is. I love Persona so much. I already want a version of the game that I've not finished.
Okay, fine. So Persona 5 Royal is coming out this year. Orb's excited about that. Me, not so much. I'm still playing through the first one. Well, Persona 5 Basic, so yeah. Game that you put up, Wolf Among Us 2.
There's no guarantee that this is this year. We obviously got a big announcement at the tail end of last year that Wolf Among Us 2, which took ages for them to announce, and then Telltale went bust. So it got cancelled, and then someone else bought Telltale, and now it's coming back out with the original cast. I'm super excited. They are rebuilding it from scratch, so I don't know if it's going to land this year.
Probably not.
It might be at the start of next.
But we can keep our fingers crossed.
God damn, I am super excited for it. Everyone who has played Wolf Among Us 1 will know how good the Wolf Among Us 2 has the potential to be.
Yeah. You have Doom Eternal.
Yeah, Doom Eternal.
Quite excited about that. New Dooms are cool.
New Dooms are cool. I like Dooms, man.
Dooms are
I've
cool.
got a lot of love for Doom. So, yeah, happy with that. I'd rather New Duke Nukem, so I have to be honest.
Me too.
Like, everyone, let's just forget about Forever.
Land of the Babes too.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Let's forget about Forever. We know that's like one of the most memey, jokey things in gaming.
The problem is that I really don't think you're going to get a Duke Nukem.
It's a different age now.
Yeah, it's too different.
It's a different age now, unfortunately.
Although it feels like the ages are coming back around.
Yeah, no.
Things are turning.
I think there's a market now for it being its crude, sort of sexist self, because people want a counter to...
It's a joke in itself.
The wokeness that is like sort of in most areas of society now. So people want the counterculture point to it. So I think there could be a potential market for it. Yeah. I would rather that than a new Doom, but I'm always happy with new Doom.
New Doom's cool. We've got Dying Light 2. Dying Light 1 was really, really cool. Interesting gameplay styles, interesting mechanics. Not sure if it's really kind of going to light up the gaming world.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be groundbreaking by any means, but I think it'll be much like the first one, a really solid effort and fun to play.
Yeah. What else we got there? Metro Prime 4.
That's a big game.
It's been killed off and then rebirthed. And still nobody knows fuck all about it.
I presume it's going to be Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, now I have the means to pick it up. I might pick it up, but...
the problem is that Metro Prime 1 was very, very good. Metro Prime 2 and 3, I felt, were less good. So I'm not excited by 4.
No. I think that's a very fair point.
What else have we got there? Did I say Last of Us 2?
No, you haven't said that yet.
Okay, so you got Last of Us 2's coming out this year. Interesting game.
Yeah, should be very interesting game. A huge crowd favourite. Loads of people love Last of Us 1. It's got one of the most emotive stories I've ever seen in gaming.
Yes.
I think it's overawed a little bit. I think people give it a bit too much credit because most of its awesomeness is derived from the story, not from the gameplay necessarily, which is fairly basic third-person shootery kind of stuff.
Yeah. With
some tactical elements, but the story was so well done and so well delivered that everyone is super excited for 2. And, you know, Ellie and I can't remember the dude's name now.
Doesn't
are
matter.
two of the greatest characters in gaming. So
can't be that grave. Can't remember his name. But
I can't. It's not Troy. Troy's the character, the dude who plays him. I can't remember his name. But yeah, like I think it'll be really good.
Yeah, and then you've got Halo Infinite, which again, it seems like it's going to be something really fucking interesting. I haven't been interested in a Halo game since 3. Well, actually, Reach, but then I immediately became disinterested in it as soon as it came out. No, fuck it. ODST.
ODST?
Yeah. That was the last game I was excited about before it came out. It killed it for me.
No. Not Reach. No, I never was the biggest Halo fan, I have to be honest, so this one is one that sort of sits in that very much meh pile for me.
It just looks like it's going to be a really, really fucking interesting game, and I'm really excited by it. I think it's going to be fun.
We also have Streets of Rage 4 this year.
We do have Streets of Rage 4 this year. Yeah, forgot about that.
Which should be really, really good. Obviously, super excited about that. Big fans of the original 3
100%.
And the unofficial fan remake that they did as well.
Yeah, we've just become fans of that.
Yeah, which is really, really good. Like, yeah, that's seriously good. If you haven't played that, I'd suggest you play that. That's like an ultimate version of...
Or come and find us over on twitch.tv/TopHatChat. We will be playing it at some point.
At some point, yeah, we will. Come and check us out. But yeah, 4 will be really good if they keep the art style right. If the main thing for me is music. If they nail the music, then it will be great. If they fuck the music and they try and make it too modern and just too full, it won't be good, because that was the genius behind the original Streets of Rage music. It was developed on software that was out of date at the time.
Yes. So
it gave it even then a retro chic feel that really hammered home its sheer beauty. Like the tracks from the originals are amazingly good. They have so much to live up to in this, so I don't know if they're going to be able to.
Yeah. And the last game I think we're going to talk about really quickly, is Psychonauts 2.
Yes, Psychonauts 2 indeed.
Psychonauts 2 could be really, really interesting, because it's a game that I don't hear a lot of people talk about now, Psychonauts. And I didn't really hear a lot of people talk about it at the time. But it's a very fucking good game.
It kind of went under a fair few people's radars, the original Psychonauts. It's obviously a Tim Schafer classic. one of the guys behind him and Ron Gilbert are the guys behind Monkey Island and a lot of the LucasArts games from back then, point and clicks. It's sort of a third-person action platformer type affair.
Fucking great.
So it was a bit different to the sort of stuff that Schafer tends to put out, but Psychonauts 1 is really good. That's a lot of fun to play. It's aged a little bit now, like a lot of games from that era have.
Which is why we needed 2.
Which is why we needed 2, and 2 coming out is just super exciting. Yeah. It really is.
A game that I genuinely... It's a series I genuinely... Well, not even a series. A game that I thought would never get a sequel.
Yeah, I did. I think that I thought the ship had sailed personally, but apparently not.
And I didn't want a sequel necessarily because I was so dead set on it being shit. Like, that was it. No more.
Yeah.
Sorry, shit on rather than shit. But yeah, really fucking excited. Really, really cool. So yeah, those are the games that we are excited about in 2020. There's a decent handful on there that we're probably going to be playing on stream.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot that we probably won't.
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot we won't touch on stream, and there will have been a lot of games that we've missed out on this list. This is just ones that we looked at that we were excited about, but we probably have missed some that we probably should have talked about.
Yeah.
So if you do think of any that you yourself are super excited about that we didn't mention, drop it in the comments and we'll have a little read and we'll think, oh yeah, shit, we fucked up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But right now, we are heading over to twitch.tv/TopHatChat, where we are going to be playing some retro games. I don't know which ones yet. We haven't made a decision. We'll do that in the break.
Probably Xbox Originals.
Maybe. I'm thinking maybe playing a bit of Manhunt or something.
Yeah, Manhunt would be cool for a bit. And then maybe we'll hit up and switch over to a bit of some Tony Hawk's or something, and maybe some Jet Set Radio Future and some bits and bobs like that. You know, so nice. Maybe some Xbox Originals. Who knows? We might end up on some coin ops again. But that's the beauty that we have on our Retro Saturdays. Yeah,
I'd just like to say thank you for Top Hat Game Man for being here and jumping in the chat right in the last 5 minutes and stealing all the thunder away from the actual chat. So cheers.
But he'll be coming over to watch us on Twitch as well.
He might be.
Better do. Yeah. There's nothing like supporting his fellow streamers. Yeah. Is there?
No. You can also find us over on Instagram. Just search for Top Hat Chat. I have my own one as well. I'm not sure if you do, actually.
What?
Do you have your own Instagram?
I do, Orbicus.
Yeah, so obviously. You can find us over. Go find us on Instagram. You can also find us at on Twitter. Our Twitter handles are at the bottom of the screen, just down there in our laps. Yeah, we have a Patreon as well. Talking about Patreon, I'd like to say thank you to our patrons that we have at the moment. So Andy Aldrich, Seabass, the great Vantonis, and Tom Elliott. Thank you to all of you. But you don't have to give any money. It's fine.
No, not at all. It's all greatly appreciated, but not expected.
Yeah, I'm not Top Hat Man. Top Hat Game Man. I don't expect your money.
Top Hat Money Man.
Top Hat Money Man. That is what I was going to say. Like, hold it in. No, there's a joke afterwards. I'm going to use that one instead. Yeah. So thank you all for being here. It's been a really, really cool stream. I have tried to read your comments out of the corner of my eye, and I will go back to read them all later. Likes and comments will always be appreciated on these videos. And if you're new to the channel, give us a subscribe. We just do kind of these stupid little blocky things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once a weekish.
We might be bringing over our chat segments that we do on the Top Hat Gaming Man channel.
Yeah, some long form stuff.
Yeah. Which I think you guys in particular really appreciate. So be sure to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. It's basically me hating on Rich for as long as possible. That's what it's going to turn into. But yeah, thank you for being here. We'll see you next time. Catch you later. Oh, and thank you, True Sinister, for your donation. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your donation. Super appreciated.
Top stuff.